What is going on, everybody? We're here and we are live. Jay, usually this is what, Monday that we do this, that you and I are together?
It's weird. It's just everything's thrown off. My day's all messed up. I don't know what day it is.
I think it's Thursday. I think it's Thursday. Jay, hard at work in the Geeks and Gamers newsroom.
I gotta tell you,
underground, what?
Your mic sounds good. Did you touch it at all or anything?
No, not really. I just man, might touch it with my nose.
Sounds better than normal.
Well, that's good. Did I sound like shit before?
No, it just sounds really crisp.
Well, that's good. Listen, my mic is always fine. If it's ever sounding fucked up, it's not my fault. It's StreamYard's fault.
Oh, okay.
That's usually what the case is.
Also, I probably should have told you before we started the show. I've got this big alert on my computer saying computer needs to restart. And I hope that doesn't mean it's just gonna automatically restart randomly. I don't know why it needs to restart for something. Some kind of driver that whatever. So if I just randomly disappear, my computer's restarting to add updates that I didn't ask for, but I guess it's needed. Anyway.
Are you saying you need to restart the computer, Jay?
I'm not going to do it. If it sometimes it'll do it automatically just because.
Okay.
So I probably should have told you that before we started.
I did see someone in chat ask, where is the Rumble stream? It is available. There's people in there. There's people talking in there. So if you can't find it, maybe refresh or something. But the Rumble stream is going because we always got the Rumble stream going on.
Yeah.
Even when Jay's hosting, we can have the Rumble stream going. It happened the other day. They, after 3 years, finally figured it out.
I got the passcode.
You got the passcode. He texted me. It was my day off, and I get a text from Jay. Hey, are you awake?
And you respond, I am awake. I was like, okay, cool. Can I get the password? I believe you sent it to me before, but for some strange reason, I don't know where I put it. So maybe it might be needed. It might need to be changed again.
It's good to have a password that's not easy to memorize. So that's a good thing. Jay, we're going to talk about Black Samurais today.
I heard.
There's a lot of backlash right now for the Ubisoft Assassin's Creed Shadows trailer. Even my video I made on it, which obviously was taking the piss out of them and fucking making fun of them, I got a little bit of heat. Now, not as much as they did, but there was a certain percentage of the population. I got about 13% dislikes on my video talking about it. So 13%, I don't know what that might correlate to. There were some people that were not happy with me, but we're going to talk about it again today. I'm sure those very same people might be upset at me again, but I guess I'm really no stranger to that. This is the internet and this is me after all. So I think we'll be okay. Jay,
I think it'd be fine.
You played, speaking of Assassin's Creed Black, you played Assassin's Creed Black Flag, right?
I love that game. I loved it.
I should love it too. I've been playing.
You can hunt whales and all that stuff, and you get to have an adventure with real life pirates. So they did a good job with that one. But that was a long time ago, right? When did that game come out?
10 years ago, I think.
A while, man. And Ubisoft is really, I don't think they're the same company as they were 10 years ago. Well,
certainly not. And Ubisoft is one of the companies that is more focused on DEI internally than anyone else. Another one of those companies is CD Projekt Red, however. And Jay,
are we just gonna dive right in?
we got to dive right into this because I saw this morning. Jay, before the streams, typically sends me 5 or 6 random links. Some of them are about fat people. Some of them are about dumb things that happen. Well, this one was about something that was very, very dumb. CD Projekt Red is getting destroyed for this right now. And it's for this. CD Projekt Red makes this big post with a bunch of women accepting an award. Why is this ratioed so hard? I wonder why it's so many comments and the likes. Well, this is why. We're proud to receive the Diversity Charter Award for our menstrual leave benefit in the category of Innovative Approach to Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion in Business, which honors organizations showcasing outstanding commitment to fostering an inclusive workplace. Basically what this is, Jay, is that if you work at CD Projekt Red and you're a woman and you have your fucking period, you get time off. You know? Now,
It's not fair.
I think that's absolute lunacy. However,
I'm constipated.
for some women out there, you might not want to be around them when they're on their period anyway. So maybe that, is that really fair? What about me?
Okay, hold on a second, everyone.
What if I'm in a bad mood? What if I'm in a bad mood?
Wait, Ryan, hold on. Is it me or did Ryan's mic just completely cut off for the whole?
God damn it!
That whole thing.
Is it really?
Please, chat. Tell me, did you hear that, or I'll just shut up? But or was it just me?
How much did you not hear? What do you mean?
You just started yelling, and then it's just me. All right, some people saying it cut out. I heard it. All right, I apologize. I just don't want to be that guy again that just sits there and it's dead silence. So continue. Okay. Sorry.
Well, I don't know what you did or didn't hear. Well, the first thing I said was, to be fair, you know, some women when they're on their period, you probably don't want to be fucking around them anyway. So maybe that's a benefit to the workplace. But is it really fair? Like, women get this benefit. What do men get? Well, when's my time off that I get because I'm in a grumpy mood or I got some fucking cramps or an upset stomach or, you know, somebody, not me, because Taco Bell never does this to me. What if somebody eats some bad Taco Bell and, you know, they got a problem? Do they get fucking time off? This is why you wouldn't want to hire women. And I'm saying that hyperbolically, right? But for real, if you're running a business and you're telling me that not only do these women during this period of time have a decent chance of, you know, getting a baby and being gone for 9 months or whatever the fuck, but also every month they're going to get a week off because they're having their period. I don't know. Doesn't seem right to me, Jay.
Can G&G win an award for letting people have time off if they get diarrhea? You know, like, then maybe we can win an award. Can you scroll up?
You guys wouldn't have to have Beardo anymore.
Yeah.
So
can you scroll up just a little bit? Look at the red, dude. The wording. I'm sorry. There's red drops, which I get. That's the company's name. It says 39% of eligible Reds have taken menstrual leave at least once.
Reds.
Are you ineligible? Do you have menstrual pain? Then we're going to put a red drop next to your name when you take your week off.
It is strange. Now, like, obviously, it's called CD Projekt Red, so that's probably why they call them Reds. But yeah, it's a little bit weird. It's almost like randomly putting a black samurai in Assassin's Creed and calling the game Assassin's Creed Shadows. You know, it's kind of like that. It's like, man, did you really think about that name too hard?
Look at these stats, though. 57% used menstrual leave at least twice, with 1% using it every month. Man, some lady was like, hey, if they're going to give it to me, I'm taking a week off every single month. Can you scroll down a little bit? Let's look at this picture here. It probably, I'm going to say it's the lady with, wait, is that a lady in the white shirt?
Yeah, there's no way this bitch is still having a period. Like, that can't be true. She must just be presenting the award.
But so what if I go there and say I'm a man with menstrual cramps?
Yeah, what if you're one of those people that are like shoving popsicles, you know? Yeah. We don't have to get too into that. We don't want to get demonetized again.
But apparently if I lick a toilet, I could run for public office in Germany. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
So yeah, that's the world we live in. I just like the wording there is pretty funny. On a monthly average, 11% of eligible Reds use the menstrual.
I feel like it's her. It feels like she's the one using it all the time.
Like, because she's got what is that? A scarf she's wearing to cover up?
A shawl.
A shawl. That's it.
I believe that's what it is, but I'm not sure. But yeah, but this was funny. This is
you can't trust people with shawls because they're hiding something. I don't understand what it is. That's not a jacket. It's
the other ones are wearing jackets.
Yeah, you can wear a jacket, but the shawls are like, I don't know, man. I think you just use that for breastfeeding, right? I don't know. Don't ask me. I'm making this up as we go.
You think people only use shawls for breastfeeding? Is that?
It's the only times I've seen people wearing shawls. So
Well, we also live in Florida. Not too many shawls are required here.
That
It's
is
fucking
true.
hot.
All right, I'll give you that.
It's been disgusting lately, to be honest with you.
Whew, it's rough.
Because there's been a lot of rain and stuff, but the problem is, it's like until it rains, it's just humid as balls, dude.
Yeah,
it's fucking
rough.
awful.
It's pretty rough.
We just got a $50 super chat from AJX Skyline, AJX Sky. I don't know how to say it, but anyway, thank you. I have to get this off my chest. Wanted to play as a shinobi in Assassin's Creed. Remember 12 years ago? I'm glad I get to play Nobunaga Vassal. Ubisoft supports Asian representation by a game where the main character targets Asians, like in modern day San Francisco and LA. I did think about that a lot. They're really going for the modern spin on things, what's going on in some big cities everywhere. But thank you, Ajax Skyline. And we are going to talk about Assassin's Creed Shadows. I don't know how much Jay knows about it, but we're definitely going to talk about that today.
The only thing that I find interesting is Grum's tweet on how they changed Assassin's Creed Shadows. Did you see that tweet?
Yeah, so 10 years ago, it was supposed to be something very different. The thing with this game is that, and we're going to hit some more super chats and then really dive into it, but this is a game that people have been asking for from the Assassin's Creed franchise basically for a decade now. Right. Once it started to get really popular and they started exploring other different, other different areas and stuff, people were like, we would really think that a game set in Japan would be perfect for this type of thing. And then guess what? Ghost of Tsushima comes out a couple years ago and makes a better Assassin's Creed game in a lot of people's minds than Ubisoft has made in years. So that obviously even like reinvigorated that drive for it. And now we get it. And you can either play as a black man or a Japanese woman. So there you go.
We'll see how many people are actually going to be playing it when it launches. Because I told Ryan before, I think it's the price tag is the real crime here, but that's just me.
And it's any AAA game is going to be $70, and then you've got the different get the deluxe edition, the collector's edition, or sign up for our subscription service.
We can pull that up.
All these companies have. Yeah, we can look at it later. Yeah. Stephen Brown, member for 13 months. Krista Nova is really Casey Musgraves. Changed my mind. God bless. Wonderful show as always. Hail 199. Is that the singer Casey Musgraves?
I think so.
I've heard Krista sing. It's not great. So I don't think it's Casey Musgraves.
She definitely found her artistic thing in painting. So
yeah, she's painting these.
She's doing really well.
I don't know why the things are so small. It's like they're fucking that big, but they do look cool. So shout out to Krista for her Nintendo drawings. Andrew CR for 5,000. Now this is a story all about how my life got turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and I'll tell you how I became a samurai of a guy named Nogubanga. I don't know if that really fits, but thank you, Andrew.
Good effort.
Thank you. Jameek Robinson, member for 4 months. The little stuffed Mario. Michael Ruka, hail RK3PO. Thank you. We're here. Derek PG Beller for 199. Great panel today. Oh, and Ryan's here too. Thank you. Golden Nuggets for 10. 2 queers, 1 stream. Assassin's Creed, really? But hey, replacement theories for right wingers. Not like it's happening everywhere. Little Mermaid and the Batman says hi. Spider Claw for 5. All right, RK3PO was worried it'd be Fear the Reading Problem again. He should stay on Tuesday night's main event. This is Ryan's show. Well, unfortunately, tomorrow it's going to be Jay and Beardo. So you guys have that to look forward to.
We were going to hopefully get the surprise tactic in so people would watch.
Oh, shit. I wasn't supposed to reveal that. Sorry. My bad. It's my bad.
I might have to pull in another person just to get people to show up.
Gary's Beard Dingleberries for 2. Where's Kevin? Kevin? Is that making fun of when you thought Beardo's name was Kevin?
Kevin, yeah.
He's
got Mr. Hanky in his beard. I didn't see that.
Tomac for $20. Don't you love how Ubisoft is trying to desecrate the wiki page on Yusuke? Good times rewriting history. Well, I guess we gotta get to this now, Jay. Assassin's Creed. Like we talked about, for years, people have been begging for an Assassin's Creed set in Japan just because it feels like, are you fucking like moving around like crazy or something?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Did you hear noises?
Yeah, I heard a shit ton of them.
Yeah. Everything like broke when I shifted my body weight in this chair.
Isn't that supposed to be that big fancy chair made for fatties? Like,
it's nice though. It's just
okay.
like it's like I think it needs a good grease up. I don't know.
There you go. Oiler up.
Yeah.
Oiler up. But what was I fucking talking about?
That was a great thumbnail though.
I got so distracted.
Sorry about that. I was trying to like get prepared to add my input, and just say, I agree. I was getting ready for
it. Sounded like you were moving everything in your office. It was pretty loud.
My game controller fell on the floor.
That's all right.
Among other
for almost a year now, one of the things we'd heard about the next iteration of Assassin's Creed was that, one, it'd be set in feudal Japan, and that, two, in typical current gaming industry ideals, the protagonist was going to be a black man. And sure enough, we got that confirmation yesterday, officially. Assassin's Creed tweeted this out: become a lethal shinobi assassin and powerful legendary samurai in feudal Japan. Assassin's Creed Shadows official world premiere trailer now available on YouTube. And I mean, predictably, they had to hide hundreds and hundreds of comments making fun of them for this. And it went about exactly the way you'd expect it to go. Look at this ratio, Jay.
Good Lord.
Almost 300,000 dislikes to about 200,000 upvotes for the next iteration of Assassin's Creed, the first one they've ever had in Japan, the thing people have been asking for forever. And who do you think would be perfect for the male protagonist? Of course, it's going to be a black person. And now this is based off an actual historical figure known as Yusuke. There's been claims and tales and things like that, and some fictionalized stories that, Yusuke was the first black samurai. Unfortunately, when you're talking about actual evidence, there's not a ton to support that, despite people trying to change that, despite people trying to gaslight everyone. Yusuke was brought to Japan, I think in the early 1700s, if I remember right. And they basically didn't even believe he was a black person. They'd never seen a black person before. The person that was in charge made him strip down and scrub his skin because they thought it was like a color that he'd put on there. And they kind of kept him around as almost a pet and entertainment. He was provided a sword, and they let him, they did let him travel to some of these places. He was in one battle that anyone knows of. But in terms of him actually being a samurai, there's really no evidence to support it. But people are fucking furious about this. Just look at the comments section. Remember, never pre-order. The most heroic thing about this trailer is they left the comments open. We must.
That's pretty good.
We must hide in the shadows. 6'2" black dude with samurai armor. And yeah, for a game where it is, important that you blend into your surroundings and things like that, the one black dude in all of Japan, don't know if that's the best tack to take. But if you think that the normal trailer's bad, what do you think Japanese fucking fans feel like? Japanese fans, look at the Japanese trailer. Obviously, way fewer reviews, but 15,000 dislikes, only 2,000 likes. Yeesh. You're talking about 7.5 times the amount of people fucking hate this trailer that are liking it. And the comments are also talking about cultural appropriation, things like that. This is a fucking nightmare.
But are we not surprised? It is Ubisoft. This is the time that we live in. And reading the story of what the story was supposed to be and how they just decided to change it in the last few years, it's not surprising. It's kind of comical, in my opinion, because this is what we have come to expect. So, hey, let them suffer the consequences of what they want to put out. So,
and
I have no interest in this type of games. It's just
in Assassin's Creed games, or
after Black Flag
games with black people.
What do you mean? No, I didn't play like the new stuff that's coming out. It's just Ghost of Mitsubishi was a masterpiece, and it was just.
That was better than anything that Ubisoft would actually come out with. That was kind of the sentiment from a lot of people in terms of the stealth aspect of it and the ghost aspect of it and everything. And I've played almost all the Assassin's Creed games, even the more recent ones, which I feel like I've liked them less and less. I actually really did enjoy Assassin's Creed Odyssey. That was the Greek one that came out. And what do you know? The two protagonists for that were both Greek. Who knew? For every fucking iteration, right? It's a fictionalized character that makes sense for where it is.
Right, and the culture that it's surrounded by.
Yeah. Guess what? If it's set in Italy, it's going to be an Italian guy. When it was set in America, it was actually someone who was half Native American and half English in the colonies at that time. Everywhere, right? Assassin's Creed Origins, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, all this shit. It all makes sense. But this one, they decide to throw a wrench in it. If you want a black protagonist, make a fucking Assassin's Creed game set in Africa. And we already did get Assassin's Creed Origins set in Egypt, but make it sub-Saharan Africa. There's so many stories you could tell like that.
There's tons of stories, not only just Africa, but in Haiti. Like, they had the Haiti uprising that was huge in history, things like that. There's so many stories that they could tell if they wanted to take that chance, but it's just a constant. Nah, we'll just stick it in wherever we please, because I don't think anybody. Honestly, obviously, like if they were to do one of those stories, like you said, in Africa or in other places, they don't feel that it will be successful because they have no confidence in that game. So it's just like so they just do it this way because there was a lot of hype for this game. So that people wanted, they wanted to get it, and now here we go.
Well, people have been asking for a Japanese Assassin's Creed for a decade. Basically,
that's what I'm saying. Like there was a lot, and so they're like, this is what we'll do with it.
And you spoke about this earlier, but what's going on Wikipedia is crazy. Like in the past 24 hours, it's just been a massive wave of edits and reversions because people don't want people to know that there's actually no real hard evidence that Yusuke was ever a samurai, right? So you've got activists that are going on trying to delete entire paragraphs out of the Wikipedia that were basically just warning people, hey, we don't have any hard evidence. We got a couple stories, but there's nothing to suggest that he ever was officially a samurai. They can't stand it. And over a video game, they're literally trying to rewrite history in front of people's very eyes. And speaking of
course they are. Of course, everything is about this whole diversity and inclusion thing. Like half of that stuff is to rewrite history to make people think that something was there when it wasn't. Even DEI now, it's to make people believe that there's a problem going on when there's not. And I don't know, man. It's very hurtful, and we will see how many people actually buy and play this game. So the reactions ain't good. So that was everything that was trending the other, yesterday online. It just was going crazy. And people that I've never even heard of before are coming out and complaining that they should not have done this. They should have kept the original story. That's what I was saying. Like reading what the story was going to be in the different clans and the stuff like that. It looked like it fit the game pretty well. And then the fact that they decided to change it, I don't think, Sweet Baby Inc. was involved or anything like that, but it just smells like one of those companies just showed up and said, let's just do this.
Well, Ubisoft notoriously, I feel like really ever since 2020, when Ubisoft made a really big deal about the riots that were going on and, tweeting out Black Lives Matter, donated a bunch of money to the NAACP, like Ubisoft made it a priority going forward to be just about as woke as they possibly could. So I don't even know if they needed another consulting company. However, I will tell you this, if you're looking for a Sweet Baby Inc. connection, there's nothing official at all. However, this is the lead writer for Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed Shadows. Her, of course, right there. Who does she follow? Sweet Baby Inc.
Interesting.
So that doesn't mean that they worked on it, obviously, but it gives you a really good idea of where this person's coming from if the profile picture and pronouns in the bios couldn't tell you that already. But it's just it's another gaming disaster, one right after another.
I'm going to share my screen. I know. Oh, let's see. Here we go. To me, this is the biggest crime. I know this is what games are going for nowadays, but I still think this is the biggest crime of this entire game is the price, the pre-order. So it's $70 base game plus a pre-order bonus. So what I've been watching, which was on these people are making TikToks. They're saying that to get some of the missions, they want you to pay for some of the, some of the other missions in the game. So they want you to pay up to 100. I don't know if that's exactly true. I mean, it just tells you here what you get. But at 130, you get the base game, the pre-order bonus, the season pass, the 3 days early access, and the ultimate pack, which people are on that. What I've been seeing is that people are saying it's just a bunch of skins. So you get a bunch of different skins for the ultimate pack. And the golden edition will get you another mission that won't be for the base game player. So and they're saying that's the same thing that's happening with the Star Wars Outlaws, is that they want you to pay for the higher up to get like the Jabba the Hutt mission, right?
Yes.
It's like you got to pay extra money just to get the Jabba the Hutt mission, and they're doing the same thing here. And then I was confused on the $18 a month. I didn't realize that was like the Xbox like gaming pass, where if you pay $18 a month, you get access to 100 PC games, including new releases. So they really pushing that. So it's like you can see all the stuff they give you. They basically give you the ultimate edition plus a bunch of other games. But like, how does that work? You got to pay that for the year. Like, probably, I'm sure you just can't pay $18 for a month, play the game, and then cancel your subscription.
Well, that's absolutely what you can do. It's just like Netflix or anything else, right? Yeah. Like I don't have Ubisoft Plus, but I assume it's the way it works. Same with all these different subscription services. And so if you're going to play a shit ton of games, specifically Ubisoft games, maybe that actually is like a decent deal for you. But when it comes to this type of pricing and this type of strategy, this has been gaming for the past almost 10 years, and people are really frustrated with it. But I personally think that if you buy the ultimate edition, you're kind of retarded, like just in general, unless there's something else. Like sometimes with sports games or whatever, they might include like in-game currency to upgrade your player, shit like that for like NBA 2K. It's like maybe then you can justify it if you really want to get off to a quick start or something. But for things like this, you're talking about a season pass, which some people aren't even going to fucking want anyway, and you can buy it separately if you do want to. Early access, if you really want to play the game 3 days early, I guess you want to pay for that. But the ultimate pack is just going to be, again, like you said, skins, different things like that they can use in the game. And yeah, you might get access to 1 or 2 random side quests, but it's just not worth paying that shit for. And I really think if people do buy the Ultimate Edition for virtually any of these games nowadays, it's just fucking stupid. It used to be cool, right? Because 10 or 15 years ago, you'd get the physical game, you get some cool statue. It'd be a lot of really cool shit that would come along with it. Nowadays, there's just no value in that.
The other thing that I saw that was like, I guess was controversial was something that they just recently cleared up. Did you I guess people were thinking that you had to constantly stay online to play the game. And so did you see this? So they just kind of came out and were like, hey, we wanted to share some early information on the upcoming launch. You will not require mandatory connection at all times. An online connection will be needed to install the game, but you'll be able to play the entire journey offline and explore Japan without any online connection. So apparently that was a thing that was going off. Like people weren't happy about that either, but I guess they cleared that up. So
yeah,
all the news.
People don't want, I mean, that literally never affects me, but there are some people that obviously if you're not actually playing a game that involves other people, why would you need a connection for it and things like that? So that is a concern that some people have at times. So
yeah, so just getting all the news out there. People were asking.
Yeah, so this is a fucking shit show.
I can't wait. I can't wait till they launch. We'll see what happens. And the other thing too, like after the trailer, many people were like, I wish they would release gameplay footage. So, who knows?
I'm sure there'll be walkthroughs and stuff.
Yeah.
But yes, these cinematic trailers, not quite what the game ends up looking like in real life. For virtually any of them. Me for 5. Jay, Google Mume 1 minute super chat to see a VTuber super chat. Blabs a tower chart for 2. Sure. 13% of viewers commit 50% of dislikes. When it comes to my videos, that is actually the truth. Louis Mikalowicz for $10. Thanks, Louis.
Says nothing.
Angry Badger for $1.99. No one complained about Adewale or Aveline in Assassin's Creed. Yeah, at a wall. I think in Black Flag there was a DLC where you played as, the Black Quartermaster you have. You play as him. I'm pretty sure in maybe I'm getting that wrong. It's been a while since I played that DLC, but I'm pretty sure there was a DLC and people loved it. Really weird how that works. Almost like it fit the era in the timeline. Andre CR for 2,500. Jeremy yesterday, a load of semen, a great way to start the day. Jay today. Brian, did you touch your mic? Geeks and Gamers. You guys really are stretching it that far? Did you touch your mic to be like, did you touch your dick or something?
Come on, Andre. You know what I was talking about.
So, Olgi, I'm illegal for 2. 1 week a month? Okay, no other days off. Yeah, just like make them work weekends and shit. That works. Chikara for Swedish 20. You don't have to have a period, plus less women around. Hey, I mean, there's some benefits to that leave. There certainly are. Max Falconridge for Canadian 279. If my hemorrhoid pops, do I get time off? Pathetic. What?
No, you don't get it. Time off. That's gross.
I mean, it is pretty gross. Yeah.
Hemorrhoid pop? God. It's freaking gross.
Over on Rumble, Orozco for $2 says, "Are you retarded?" No. Orozco for another $1. Ryan, I'm coming for your hair. Well,
oof.
Best of luck for you.
How'd they spell that?
CUMMING.
There we are.
Evident hair for $1. Ubisoft chose to not stop Asian hate. Nagardnall. Steph put it in the private chat. Nagardnall for $2. There's so much wrong with this game. The name is a little on the nose. The dude wasn't a samurai. Samurai are the opposite of assassins, and now they revealed you need internet to install it.
But is he a playable character? He's not the main character in that game, I'm assuming.
Yes, there's two. There's a male and a female protagonist. You're gonna play as basically a female kind of ninja stealthy person and a black male samurai.
So someone in the chat says, I want Jay's Asian son to review it. I'll get right on that.
There you go. Nagardnall for another $2. Thank God Twitter informed me that I'm racist for wanting a Japanese protagonist in a game set in Japan. I wasn't racist when I played Liberation, Freedom Cry, and Origins, or maybe I was. Let me ask. And then Bentley Guy for $5. I guess the one thing that's going for the lead character for Assassin's Creed game is that he will have the longest sword, if you know what I mean. Yeah, he's going to feel like a giant among men with all the Asians there. And then Nagardall for $2. Turns out if I play as a black character in a game, I'm still racist because I'm white. Well, see you later.
What a time to be alive.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people. It really reminds me.
You can never win.
But it really reminds me of, the people that are like, the original Vikings were actually black, right? That Vikings were actually kings of England the black people were the kings of England back in the day. Oh, do you know that black people actually did this in China before it's like all that kind of shit. I wish I had the clip ready from the We Was Kangs video, but same thing with Egypt too. But Golden Nuggets for $5. CD Projekt Red staff. Damn, smells like pennies in here. A lot of iron or copper in her blood. I don't know.
Yeah.
Ajax Skyline for $199. I guess Tenchu will always be superior Shinobi. I don't know if like my headphones are just super sensitive, but every time you move your chair, I can hear it.
You hear it? Really?
I hear it.
Can you hear it, chat? You hear that?
Yeah, it just sounds like you're messing with it. Yeah.
The freak?
I don't know.
Mic settings change?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I've got it.
I do this I do this every 5 minutes. I shift.
I know. I hear it. Moose for $5. One of the assassin mission is leaving a pregnant teen to get some Newports for 18 years.
That's too much. Come on, Moose.
I don't know what the stuff in Japanese was, so I don't know what it says. Angry Badger for 10. Ghost of Tsushima is still going to be the best Assassin's Creed game we got. I have 100% in every Assassin's Creed. I have a fucking tattoo on my arm of it. This is depressing. Yeah, I haven't played every single one, especially some of the kind of smaller releases they had in between, but I've played almost all of them. And I don't necessarily like the way the direction of the franchise or the gameplay has gone in recent years, but I still am a fan of the franchise itself. And there's a lot of people that are not happy with this right now. Pre-Dawn Corpse for 2. Women, Nature's Punching Bag. Orangutan for 199. Krista catching strays like Trevor. Yeah, that was a little mean. Trevor Kevin for 2 says, I'm here. Golden Nuggets for 5. The agenda means as long as everything is gay and black, everything's fine. Doesn't matter if you suck or are massively incompetent. Cole Summers for 2. It's called Shadows, and you play as a black man. Minecraft 69. Point 0.00001% of the ancient Japanese population committed 52% of the crime. I guess we'll see in this new one. I guess we'll see.
You guys are on fire today, aren't you?
Old Curdy Bastard for 5. AC's been my favorite franchise. This will be the first one I don't buy. I'll just go back to the Ezio trilogy. Fuck Ubisoft. I still think those are the best ones, to be honest. They're fucking awesome. Orozco for $1 instead of Ninja Stars. He'll throw Newport Lucy's. Thank you. D's Webos for 199. A Black Samurai, you say. Ninja, please. Ninja, please. Ajax Skyline for 5. If you think Ubisoft is done, wait till Splinter Cell gets released for the modern audience. Tenchu 2 is a masterpiece. Shinobi Experience. Desert Fox for 2 is Sweet Baby involved. Not officially, and I don't think they actually are. I think the lead writer is just a woke lunatic, and they probably agree with everything Sweet Baby puts in their shit. But just a guess at this point.
Yeah.
Michaela Rose for 5. What happened to Stop Asian Hate? Are they considered white now? Listen, Asians are white adjacent. Have you heard that, Jay?
I don't know, man. I don't keep up with all that stuff. Okay. I just like going out with the sunshine and whistling with my hand in my pocket, going to the mailbox, hoping that there's a fun envelope in there of mail. All these people on here that have made race their god and all that stuff, and it's like, I'm just like, man, it is tiresome, man. It's tiresome. That's not the real world, man. I go hang out with all kinds of people all the time. Nobody says anything about that. These freaking weirdos online that just, no matter what you do, you're a bad person because of whatever. These people are weird, man. I don't get it. But I'm just tired of. It's just tiresome. So I just kind of push it off. I like pirates. Hey, there were black pirates, white pirates, Chinese pirates, all kinds. British pirates, African pirates. And they all make amazing stories. They have freaking some of the best stories I've read in a long time. But I
think the female pirate stories are kind of bullshit. But
they're a little stretch. But it's it's kind of neat, like how I don't know, man. It's just like it's a good it's better than anything that we're getting right now. And so it's like these people come out and they think that this is their dragon to slay, right? I almost said white knight. This is their dragon to slay. We've got to do this diversity thing. We've got to make sure people feel guilty because where they were born or how much money they make or who they vote for or where they live. You have to feel guilty about that. And because you feel guilty about it, you have to make changes in your life to help me. Or help the person that's trying to make you feel guilty. It's so freaking tiring and aggravating. But I will say this. I think there's a change coming because a lot of other people are getting tired of it too. And they're just not buying this stuff no more. They just don't care. They don't care what people on Twitter say about them anymore. They're going to do what they want. They're going to wear the shoes they want to wear. They're going to wear the hat that they want to wear. And they're going to go the place they want to go. They don't care. I don't care. So don't come at me with your race bait finger and whatever. We all bleed the same blood, whatever. It's I can go on and on. It's just freaking annoying.
Well,
don't be fat.
Speaking of pirate stories and speaking of black people, if they really wanted to do an inclusive game, they could include pirates and include all this stuff. People are bringing it up in the chat. There's still African pirates today. They could do one set in modern times. So
didn't they? Captain Phillips.
There you go.
You know what they need to do? They just need to jump into the deep end, man. They need to make a gay an LGBT trans left whatever they call nowadays. I don't even know. I can't keep up anymore. I'm tired. They need to make one of those Assassin's Creed, and they need to like jump in parades and like destroy our video games and movies and everything. That's what they need to do. They need to make that type of game.
They could do a fucking gay assassin who has HIV and he actually like sneaks around, butt fucks people, and gives them AIDS. And that's how he kills them.
Just jump right in the deep end.
There's ideas. Like I've got ideas. If they want to listen to me, I've got ideas.
And he lives in Canada.
About representation.
You know, it could be Trudeau or whatever that guy's name is up there. That's what he does at night.
Don't pretend like you don't fucking know his name.
Trudeau.
Come on.
Whatever the freak he, I don't care. I think I call him that on purpose because he's an idiot.
We do have a lot of more super chats to get to. Golden Nuggets for 5. Hate to do this, but I got a shield for my channel. It needs some love. Been lacking due to health problems. Golden Nuggets. Cheers, bro. Hey, go check out Golden Nuggets. Tobias for 10. If I wanted to see a good take on Yasuke, I'd go play Neo 2 again. Fuck Ubisoft and their bullshit. Also, weren't ninjas technically contracted assassins? Why not just make a new game with them? I don't know. Darkness in the night. Diverse is my master's soul. Blade like silent breath.
Lord,
is that a haiku about a black samurai? Iram Amin. What?
No, I was looking at the chat because they like it.
Iram Amin for 50,000 Indonesian rupees. Imagine fucking like going to the store to buy like a loaf of bread and milk, and they're like, that'll be $60,000. That's basically what this is. Hey, Big J and Hard R.
It's Joe Biden.
Is Yasuke modeled by that guy who played the modern Juliet with Tom Holland? Have you seen those pictures? Bro. Like,
man, let them do whatever they want, man.
Well, if that was the fucking mantra, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. We would just sit here in silence.
I hear
you. I need to find that. Because holy shit. It looks like a fucking damn UFC fight. I need to see if I say or bookmarked any of these things.
For the Romeo and Juliet movie.
Yes. Romeo. Let's see. Keep talking, Jay.
Yeah, I saw that. Just like, this is just the craziest timeline we've ever lived in. Talk, Jay. I mean, you put me on the spot, man. If you're in the chat the whole time, why aren't you on the show? That's all. That's what I have to say. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna throw down.
Yes, this is Tom Holland, and I don't know what the actress's name is here, but this is like a promotional photo they put out. One, it looks like it's a fucking promo photo for goddamn UFC 303 or something. But when there was a lot of criticism over the cast, and we've seen Romeo and Juliet adapted a million times in virtually every civilized country around the world, right? Not crazy for it to be black or whatever. The biggest issue a lot of people had was, how are you telling me that someone's going to like go through all this and like end up killing themselves because they're in love with, this person?
Is this a movie or a play?
It's a movie.
It is a movie. Okay.
But like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't. I don't.
Wonderful promotion there. You got.
I don't have too much to say other than, oof.
Yeah, that's like terrible promotion. Like, I don't know what they. Good luck.
Gives off big Mike Obama vibes.
I'm just saying, like, good luck. Good luck. I hope the people that watch it enjoy it. I guess.
His name is actually pronounced Yusuka, someone says. Thank you, MJ. Anima Chains for 5. Assassin's Crimer. We was Kangs of Japan. Dom H with 5 gifted memberships. Thank you, Dom. Orangutan for 199. Stick it in wherever you please. J2024.
Did I say that?
I wasn't listening, but probably.
Yeah, I don't think so.
The Angry Badger for 199. Freedom Cry DLC is the Haiti Uprising in Adewale. Yeah, there, Freedom Cry DLC. There it is. That's the one.
Oh, they have that already? I had no idea.
Mm-hmm. J Real or J Real for $20. Is Egypt not in Africa? Because last I checked, Egypt is the African country in Africa. A Sacred Origins takes place in Egypt. I literally said that when we were talking, but yeah, we did. I just mean if you want a different African story, and again one that's a little more like get the colors of people you want, you go southern a little further than that in Africa. You go sub-Saharan Africa. I'm sure there's a bunch of stories about random tribes or Zulu warriors or whatever the fuck. You could find a bunch of stories out there that would work, but they did not. Mike Hill for $20. People are going crazy on Twitter with we would support white samurais, but not Assassin's Creed. I don't think the samurai should be white either. It should be fucking Japanese. You're setting it in feudal fucking Japan. That's what it should be.
Agreed.
Ministry of Wrong thing for $5. Yasuki was a sword holder. Samurai's squire, basically. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. If that makes him a samurai, by that logic, Bat Boys are professional MLB players.
Yes. And I'm a professional YouTuber.
And there are people that like stay behind at the camp while everybody else goes and fights on the front lines. I think the one battle he was in was everybody got overrun and people were forced to fight because they got back to the camp and he ended up getting captured. Like this dude did nothing of note. And to be honest, it's very sad that there are some people that have to be so adamant that, well, history was actually like this. It was actually like this, blah, blah, blah. White people are just lying to you. The reality is you're holding up this dude who is seen basically as a pet, as a fucking court jester, kept around for entertainment purposes. And that's to you something that you need to be super proud of. That's weird to me. But
that's
to be honest, very sad.
Yeah.
So Ministry of Wrong. Oh, I said that one. Just another possum channel. $130 and you still don't get to change that one skin that matters.
Really? Oh. I got it.
You wanna follow up or
nope?
Okay.
Thank you for the super chat.
Fair Business for $5. Ubisoft has activists internal. The Watchdog games went from a white guy to BLM to full Antifa over 3 games years ago.
Oh, and if this game fails beyond measure, you can believe the articles will come out that it's white men's the problem and we have a racist problem and all this. I mean, it's just like they just pass the blame. These people like are constantly passing the blame on everything, but instead of looking at themselves, it's pretty pathetic. So,
Moose for $5. Ultimate Edition has a mission where you try passing off fake currency for some Newports, and the shop manager calls the samurai police. Thank you. Josh W for $10. What?
It's like, what are they doing with these super chats, man?
It went over your head, Jay. It's okay. Josh W for 10. Wasn't AC Origins in Africa? Yes. Where's the anti-Resident Evil 5 crowd for AC Shadows? Yasuke killing Asians after the New York assaults seems like something they should cry about. Sir Hat for $2. We're moomin now. Thank you. Brandon the anime guy for a month. Ubisoft is bitch made. Hail Geeks and Gamers. Thank you. Matt for $5. Come on, Jay. Everyone knows your boyfriend pushes all your hemis back in for you all the time.
Hemis?
Hemorrhoids.
Oh.
Brown Gaijin for 2. Afro Samurai did it better. Boondocks too. Boo69 for 2. Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Yes, we are.
Hayden for 10. Jay, tagged you on Twitter in some art. G Prime 85 uploaded something having to do with Assassin's Creed. Nice.
I can hardly wait, Hayden. I can only imagine.
Halogen or Halogen for $10. I'm waiting for the non-binary albino Zulu warrior midget furry with blue hair game, Assassin's Cream. Sideways Stand for 2. Ryan, it's pronounced Mitsubishi. I'm not the one that said that. That was fucking Jay that said Ghost of Mitsubishi.
I know it's. I just say that Ghost. I know what it is. Ghost of Tsushima. So
that Asian guy for 5. It was controversial to have a white person be the savior in other regions, so they decided to use a black person. Same problem, different color. Jay's secret abandoned Asian wife for 5. Jay knows all about being disrespectful towards the Asian culture. He left for a butter dish and still has never come back.
I'll come back soon.
Spartacus for 20. Part 1. The original inhabitants of Americas were black. Beethoven was black. Kings of England were black. There was a black samurai. Vikings were black. Blacks did everything. Cleopatra was blacks. Hebrews were black, etc. And then part 2, they warned us about victors being the writers of history. I think they should have been warned about the editors of history more so.
Oof.
Yeah, it's true. It's a joke, and it's being pushed so hard right now in every possible way. Peter Gorumbe for 10. An Assassin's Creed game set in Japan is like the government admitting aliens exist. Sure, it'd be cool, but when it actually happens, it's lame. Chris Bolts for 5. I think the worst part of the pro-blacks who say their ancestors built America, but the descendants are doing everything to tear down the country. Darth Racer for 5. What's all this talk about games? Let's talk about classic movies. You want to talk about classic movies, Jay?
What movie?
I don't fucking know. Let's just talk about Disney.
Sounds good.
Let's just talk about Disney. They used to make classic movies, not so much anymore. I really wanted to get to this today because I thought it was so funny, this headline I saw about Bob Iger. In recent years, people have been extremely critical of Disney. They've been failing at the box office and losing literally billions and billions of dollars on streaming. And one of the biggest problems are the amount of money that they're funneling into these projects. It's insane. Whether it's something like The Marvels, whether it's something like we found out Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, cost over $400 million to make when they claimed the budget was at $200 million. And this has really been brought to the forefront over the last couple months as more things have been revealed, more tax filings have had to be done. You look at some of the money they spent. This was a couple years ago, obviously, but She-Hulk, $225 million on that shit show, over $200 million on Secret Invasion. Your favorite, Jay Willow. Yeah. That cost $150 million. That ballooned up.
Yep.
And now Bob Iger, he's finally saying, you know what? Something's going on here. Bob Iger reflects on Disney's streaming launch. We invested too much.
That's all he's got to say.
No shit, Sherlock. It's like, what have we been saying for the past 3 fucking years?
I know, where have you been?
Day after day. And now Bob Iger's like, I think we've come to the realization that we spent a little bit too much on these things that no one was interested in. The studio boss talked about his turnaround strategy to boost audience engagement and manage traditional TV and digital assets seamlessly. Now, the bottom line in this entire article is them saying, hey, we spent way too much on streaming. We're not going to spend that much anymore. Oh, and by the way, we're spending too much on TV too. We're not going to spend that much anymore. So this is now the new strategy for Disney saying, hey, you know what? Things were really bad. We're not going to spend as much money anymore. I don't know if that's going to help the movies be any fucking better. And I don't know how they're going to get around that, how they're going to manage that. But yeah, no shit, you invested too much. And there's talks in this article about Bob Chapek and blaming it on Bob Chapek investing too much. This was Bob Iger's baby from the beginning. They tricked investors by announcing a million fucking things coming out on Disney Plus.
Yes.
The stock price shot up sky high when it shouldn't have. And then it all came crashing down because it was a lie. They could never have done it. And now, as we stand here today, I'm pretty sure Disney Plus has lost around $10-11 billion in just the first couple years. And
now they're trying to basically they're bringing back cable because they're adding it to a whole bunch of other streaming services where you can pay $80 a month to get a whole bunch of other stuff. It's like, yeah, cable's back on the menu. Let's go back to cable. What I would love to see, what I would really, really love to see is like the She-Hulk like sheet list on what they actually spent all that money on. Because man, I mean, judging by that show, I don't know where it's like, was it because the writers like ate so much on lunch break? Like that's where they spent all this money on? I don't know. But that's a lot of freaking money for a crappy show that had horrible special effects. I don't know where that money went. I would love to see that sheet if they even have one.
Yeah, I think it's all bullshit. Remember what they said, even on this thing, right? Let's go back over this. We haven't got some of the final reports for some other things, but think about Ant-Man and the Wasp: Quantumania. Remember when they told us it was $200 million? Well, it actually cost $350 million.
Yeah.
Remember Doctor Strange
350.
Multiverse of Madness, where they told us it cost 200 million? Well, 2 years after the fact, they officially finally make the documents public to get the right tax benefits in the UK. And guess what? It costs $420 million. 420. Like, we're talking about more than fucking Avengers, like all the Avengers movies, shit like that. It's fucking insane. It's nonsense.
Yeah, I mean, unless they're paying ridiculous salaries, where the heck would that money go?
DEI consultants.
I mean, it could be anything.
Porking
like
experts.
That. Yeah, I see the chat. They're all saying money laundering. I mean, who knows?
Maybe. Blabs the Tower Tard for 5. The best part of the AC trailers when the protagonist says, "I can't breathe." Thank you. Celluloid Dream for 199. Assassin's Creed Rogue is a forgotten gem. Don't fear.
Never played that.
What is this? Don't fear the loose bumhole for 2. Jay, please come unlock the basement.
Okay. I don't have a basement.
Yeah, it's Florida.
Yeah.
Alien Fox becomes a channel member. Isn't his the name? I said it was Alan Fox, and I said Alien Fox, and he changed it to Alien Fox, and now I want to call him Alan. Now that he's,
I think you're right.
I'm sorry, I didn't not trying to dead name you, Alan. Alien. Razor Burn for 7 months. Speaking of race, Jay, what happened to your Asian son? Is he still stealing Amazon boxes from customers? You need to help him out.
I'll look into it when I have some time.
Let's see.
Can you hear my chair?
Elusive Goose, yes. Elusive Goose for 2. I in Africa, and can you give me toilet roll?
Thank you.
Send it right to you. Take it for 2. Brothers of Tsushima, samurai with attitude. Shark dentures for 2. The female pirate stories are great. On the hub. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much like Anne Bonny. I'm pretty sure she was just a whore, and she maybe like picked up a sword and a gun one time and pretended she was a pirate. But that's my opinion. Moose for 5. It's not about being black or white, Jay. It's about forced DEI, anti-white propaganda. Fuck the left.
I agree. What are you talking about?
Diz the Jizzbot, remember for 11 months. Can't wait for the mission to break into Target, titled Can't Breathe. You guys are all the same mindset in the chat. Gosh, I don't. All right. Ese negrito no era Samario. Te quiero mucho, Ryano.
No speaky spanny.
So the black person in the samurai era, I like it much or something. Or why don't you like it, Ryan? Steph can translate that in the chat. Something about why don't you like a black samurai, Ryan? But I don't fucking know. Over on Rumble, Evident Hair for $2. Jay's shifting chair. He grinds my bones when he moves. It hurts.
Gotta get comfortable, man.
Ryan's gay hair for $1. Are we going to be the main protagonist in that gay Assassin's Creed? I'll lease out my hair. Nagarndal for 2. I can't believe they made Romeo black and Juliet a butch white girl. Yeah, it's hard to tell who's Romeo and Juliet in that picture, huh? B. Barrett for 2. Ubisoft must have been listening to Jeremy calling Salty Ninja something else. Got a flash of inspiration. Nagarndal for 2. One of the funniest things about being called racist over this, my 2 least favorite Assassin's Creeds are Syndicate and Valhalla. They had arguably the whitest main characters. Spirian for $1.99. Thank you. Lex Ludendi for 2. I want rage rituals in my games now. Japanese Demon Lord to be a Lucifer for 5. I now want John Walters to direct a Star Wars movie. He can't make it any worse, and at least it would be entertaining. Final Halo 3 for 5. AC Origins was set in Africa, and to be fair, the female option in Shadows, Kanochis, were real. Tobias for 5. We must speak with the ultimate weapon, the almighty dollar, the only language these companies understand, the only way to change anything. So the translation was, this black man's not a samurai. I love you very much, Ryan. Oh, there it is. Thank you. I was not right. That dude is going to beat up Tom. Lance for 5. I'm loving Jay's passion. Soon he's going to call for the samurai to be frog marched onto the boats and send them back to their homeland.
Maybe.
Anima Chains for 5. Tom Holland and Danny Glover gonna fight. Corey Bloomberg for 5. Please let come on. Please let eating wild watermelon in Japan refill your health. Please, Lord, just lean all the way in San Andreas style. Pre-dawn course for 2. Tom Holland versus the Predator.
Oof.
J.R. Cardenas for $1.99. Thank you. Tomac for $10. Now I'm waiting for Ubisoft to make a 1920s AC game, equally opportunity typing. Lex Ludendi for $2. To be fair, these are the people who want to see Tom kiss a dude. That's
I
pretty
think he
true.
does that in another movie, doesn't he?
I think he does. I think he gets like butt fucked or something in another movie.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
And then while Zendaya's getting a train ran on her in her most recent one. So SBZ. Or sorry. Missed this one. Angry Badger for 5. In AC lore, 96% of the population of Africa was wiped out in 2006 due to a virus. So definitely not going to be getting any modern day stories there. I guess that's true. SBZ for 5. Most likely someone said the word ninja in one of the meetings, but the higher ups perceived it differently.
Oh my God. That's pretty funny.
Golden Nuggets for 2. You okay, Jay? Jesus.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Taker for 2. I saw The Last Samurai with Tom Cruise. You guys? Yeah, I saw that back in the day. Brodo the Bling Bearer for 10. Apollo's Creed, Little Black Samurai. Ajax Skyline for 5. I just watched Heartbreak Ridge. Amazing movie, and it was diverse. Good old classic. Clint showing old school jarhead activities can't be made today. James Matras for 20. After watching Star Wars episodes 4 through 6, should or could you know that Chancellor Palpatine is a Sith Lord when watching The Phantom Menace? Someone I work with watching Star Wars for the first time and his friend says no, I say yes. I think it was like, I feel like it depends on how old you were if you picked up on it. I think if you were fucking older, you could obviously tell what they were setting up by having the power grab and everything. Maybe not by the beginning of it, when Palpatine's introduced, but definitely by the end. Definitely by the end. Alien Fox for $1.99. We invest too much. Yeah, and water is wet, Bob. The Anti-Woke Academy for Arts and Science for 5. Arcade, did you see the AI created Darvin Ham post-firing press conference? Fucking hilarious. I don't think I saw that. No. Don't think I saw it. Aiden for 2. If I was black, I'd find the casting condescending. See, Kyle, almost said it. You almost got me. Someone with the last name Kyle, first name C, for $2. I know how to gaslight properly.
I guess so.
Golden Nuggets for 2. What do gay horses eat? Hey. Master of Puppets for 2. China was a better She-Hulk. Enormous Tits for 2.
Oh yeah.
The Proficial John Morrow for 2. Better than Beardo. Hi, Jay.
Hello.
Yeah, that was close. Mr. Kyle almost got me there.
They almost got you.
Mr. Kyle almost got me.
You're on your game though, man. You're on your game.
I was trying to go through fast because we're over time, and I'm like, oh, almost got that one. But I think we're okay. Jay, what do you got going on?
I got a live stream on my channel in an hour, and then that's about it, really. And I'll be back on Geeks and Gamers Daily tomorrow. And then I think I'll be on CobraCast that Friday night.
There you go.
The politics stuff is a lot more interesting right now, in my opinion. But
where are we? BMCCB says, hi, Jay.
Hello.
The Anti-Woke Academy for Arts and Science for $1.99. Isn't cultural appropriation if non-whites and gays do it? Thank you. And then Corey Bloomberg for 5. Tom Holland is goated for doing that Romeo and Juliet music video with Tracy Chapman. Disco Cobra. So Ghost of Tsushima just launched on PC, but it's looking like the same problem with Helldivers just a week or so ago. PSN account requirement, making things more difficult for everyone, affecting the reviews as well. Not good for Sony. I played it on PlayStation as soon as it came out. So But yes, you're right. The same Helldivers thing in terms of PSN requirements was required for Ghost of Tsushima. I don't think as many people are making noise about that, but it's also not available in certain countries because of those PSN requirements.
Right.
Don't fear the loose bumhole for 2. Frack John Morrow. Literally, I would. Thank you. And with that, we're all caught up. That's going to be it for us today. Tune in tomorrow to see Jay and Beardo. And I don't know, maybe somebody else. We'll see. Golden Nuggets for 2. Tom Holland. He got a brand new car. All right, guys. Thank you. We'll talk to you next time. Peace.